Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Whistle Media, right? So, what is the news today? Today being Thursday, May the 14th, right? So, the Real Madrid president, Florentino Perez, if you remember, he had a 75 minutes outburst in an interview. According to the media, that's how they presented that interview that he had, which he seemed angry, right? So that interview, he said a lot of stuff. He even mentioned Mourinho and all of that, right? So, but the core of that interview is that he called for an election from the Real Madrid Board so that he can get the vote of confidence. So this is a man that is desperate to see a reaction from the club in its entirety, right? So he wants to get a reaction. He wants to make sure that the people still have confidence in him, and then he called for an election. And today, Real Madrid, the board, has ordered for an election. It could be good news, it could be bad news, but I think it's a good way for them to clean up the mess, whatever that is happening, right? So let me read this out from ESPN. So Real Madrid Electoral Commission has called presidential elections at the club after Florentino Perez opted to seek a vote of confidence from members following a second consecutive season without landing a major trophy. As you all know, Real Madrid went 2024 to 2025 season without winning any trophy. Everything went in the way of Barcelona, right? So, and this season, 2025-2026 season, they also went without winning any major trophy. Everything again went in the way of Barcelona, except for the Champions League, right? So now they are desperate to fix the leak, fix it, the leak, whatever that is the leak, whatever that is not right. Could be bad management, it could be players, it could be anything. I don't know. It could be momentum that's slowing down, but it needs to be fixed, and that's what Perez is trying to do. And after he announced on Tuesday that he will be seeking re-election, having only been elected unopposed last year, as he denounced what he described as an orchestrated media campaign against him and the club. So in that 75 minutes interview, he was obviously angry at the way the media is portraying him, his leadership at the club, and also the club in general. Don't forget that Tchouaméni and Valverde had an outburst and also had a fight. The fight that actually took Valverde to the hospital and also got those two players fined and disciplined, right? So this is not a news. This is not something that we all don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scene. And I could remember in Saudi Arabia, sometime this year, when Barcelona and Real Madrid faced off in Saudi Arabia for the Super Cup or something. After Madrid lost the game, Xabi Alonso was the coach, right? So he asked the players, Mbappe was on the field, Vini Jr. was on the field, come and pose a guard of honor for the Barcelona players, and they refused, blatantly refused. That brought to the demise of Xabi Alonso's management at Real Madrid. And then they got Arbeloa, who didn't even do any better. So there's been some slide, so they need to cash it. And I think Mourinho is a strong contender at the moment. Is he going to land it? I don't know. Is he the right man? Obviously, he is the right man because he has big ego, and he will put in check all those big egos in Real Madrid and make them play together and also get some result. Mbappe would realize his big potential if Mourinho comes there, because he will know how to use him. And Vinny Jr. has to step up and start whining, in my opinion. And that's about it. That's the news for today. And I think this election is going to hold in Real Madrid, and Perez might just still get the vote. He might still get the vote because he has been a good leader for that club for some time, and I don't see him being demoted or deposed. So let's see how it works, and let's see what happens. As you know, I bring you all the news that is happening as they are happening in the soccer football world. And if you like what we're doing, you can always hit the subscribe button, comment, like, do whatever to help us push this channel so that we can grow and we grow together. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.